Hi guys, Sarah here with Easy Adapted PE, your veteran APE teacher. Today we're going to talk about aligning the Adapted PE curriculum with the phys ed curriculum. Before we get into that, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the things, leave a comment, and I will continue to keep making these videos. Okay, let's get into it. As we're looking ahead to next year, one of the most powerful things that we can do is align our Adapted PE curriculum with the general phys ed curriculum. This is going to help create consistency, inclusion, and clear expectations across the board. You're going to start by getting a copy of next year's PE's scope and sequence. Now, a lot of times this is going to remain the same from year to year. I don't find that the PE team really changes broad strokes and is switching things completely around. So hopefully they'll have something ready for you, a nice little scope and sequence that you can look at. And you're doing this before next year. Look at the units that the general physical education kiddos are going to be studying, right? It's, basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever those beefy units are. So next you're going to adapt. You're not going to replace. So for example, if the PE curriculum is teaching volleyball, you might adapt it to be balloon volleyball or sit volleyball, or maybe just seated striking games, right? So maybe you're not getting into the nitty-gritty of volleyball, but you are adapting that to meet the unique needs of your classroom. So you're already gonna know ahead of time, okay, I know they're doing volleyball, I know they're doing it in November, so during that month, I'm really gonna get into striking with my kids and net games and things of that nature. So students are still gonna learn that same concept of striking, but they're doing it at their own level and at their own pace. Next, you really want to make sure you're communicating with your PE colleagues. You want to let them know which units that you're aligning with and how it is that you're modifying those units. And why is that important? This is going to build inclusion and supports collaborations later on. You're already saying, okay, let's collaborate on this. I know you're doing volleyball in November. I'm going to be doing some sit volleyball. What do you think about having the kids in your class maybe doing two games, one typical volleyball and one sit volleyball game? And that way, when my students come to your class, they're going to know what's going on, and they've already had those pieces, and your kids have already had those pieces, and it'll be so great. So that collaboration and talking about what it is you're doing is super important between colleagues. We want to make sure that we're documenting our alignment and our curriculum, so that if, for example, an administrator wants to see what's going on, or maybe you want to show them what's going on in your classes, you can say, we have been collaborating all year, we aligned our curriculum, the students in general phys ed, they're now getting to check out adapted sports, and my kiddos are doing the same thing or just on this different level, and come check it out. We're going to have this great volleyball unit in November. We really want you to see what we've been doing in there. Not only does that show collaboration on your part, but it's going to strengthen the value of adaptive physical education, right? We're not just on this island. We're collaborating with phys ed, with OT, with PT, with speech, all of these people, and we are part of this family. We are part of this community, and that's really going to be represented when you can show your admin how you are combining these curriculums and adapting these curriculums, and how you're documenting it, right? So we're keeping track and we're staying organized and showing how we can do this with this PE team. So when we're aligning, it doesn't mean identical, it means parallel. Right? So we are making sure that we're doing similar activities at similar times, so kiddos are in this non-integrated group. One day maybe we do get the opportunity to push them into that general phys ed setting because we got them to where they need to be, and now it's not this big surprise of all of these activities that are happening that they've never ever seen before. Planning now, and by aligning your curriculum now, you are setting your students up to be part of that bigger picture next year. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.